So this past Sunday night here at the church, we had church-wide prayer. Now, towards the end, I had sat next to Pastor Lisa and I was just telling her my experience and how I felt about, ministering to people and calling people closer to God. And I always felt like that's not something I wanted to do. I felt like it was very intrusive, that I was, basically putting myself into someone else's space. And I never wanted to do that because no one really did that to me. So fast forward this past Tuesday, I'm a teacher and I tutored a couple kids after class. And I could really tell the Holy Spirit was trying to keep me past the tutoring hours. And these two students stayed after. Normally I leave around 3 o'clock, but they still were there and they were like, "Miss, we'll leave when you leave." And I'm like, "Okay." So, long story short, the Holy Spirit guided me. And before I started saying anything, because like I said before, I did not want to be intrusive, the student asked me a question that I knew only God could have placed in their head to ask me, because nobody asked me this. And when he asked me the question, it just led me to start talking about God's plan for our lives. And I was just talking more specifically about me and how the next year, this next school year, I wasn't going to be there. And I was just telling him why and explaining how God has, specific plans for each of us. And I was telling my students how, I just want what he wants for my life. And from there, I was able to witness to them and bring them into Christ. So I led them for the first time in a group prayer. It was me, my student named Marvin's, and another student named Liliana. And I could just tell it touched them so deeply. And it was my first time leading prayer and calling people to God.